Hello, hello, how are you doing? How is everyone doing right now? Okay, if you can hear me well, please press a 1 in the chat. And if you cannot hear me, press a 2. Oh, I think you can hear me. Okay, awesome. You can hear me, right? How are you guys doing? Today you're going to hear only my voice because we're going to do a lot of things today. We're going to do some very interesting things. But before that, I would like to know who has done the homework. You can say it in the chat or you can say it on your microphone. I have seen Pamela's one, and that's really awesome, Pamela. I'm so glad that you did the homework. And did everybody do their homework? I mean, I know it sounds like school, but the main reason I would like for you all to really, take some time out, even after the session, to really do this, to do something practical, is so that you can integrate all that you learn in the sessions and so that you can later on apply it in life, right? Because sometimes what happens is that when we only learn something, when we learn something by watching it, a time comes that we kind of forget about it, right? We get busy with our own lives, and then later it just slips from our mind. And for that reason, we have these little exercises right now so that it helps to kind of like ground in, to really integrate the lessons into our lives. Okay, I would like to know, how are you guys feeling today after yesterday's session? If you could rate it like out of 10, how much do you feel today? Do you feel good? If it's kind of so-so, if it's kind of medium, you could give a 5. If it's like really, really good, give a 10. If it's like, no, I'm still a little bit stressed, give us, okay, Rhonda gave a 5. Awesome. What about the rest?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I really
Okay, Rika
enjoyed
gave
that.
a 7.
Oh, can you hear me? No, maybe not.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Nope. Okay, I'll give it.
Sorry, yes. Now I can hear you. I was having some problems. Yeah, now I can hear you, Pamela.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say I really enjoyed the exercise yesterday. That it was funny when I drew the little pictures of, the little stick pictures of myself. The first one, I had put a frown on my face, and on the second one was a smile before I even knew what we were going to do. And it was just so powerful to see all of those things that were making me frown, and then seeing how I could turn them around. And I just really thought that was powerful.
Awesome. And do you think it has helped you somehow, in a more deeper level?
I do, because I think that it, and it's something that I've really been working on now, but it even just brought it home deeper that it's really your internal thoughts that will dictate your mood and your life. And if you really work on those internal thoughts and those feelings that are making you in whatever, depressed or whatever the word you want to use, that gives you hope that it's not easy to change them, because they've been there for your whole life, but they can be changed. And if you work at it every day, it gets better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, Pamela. And yes, you have said the exact thing, that these are habits that we have acquired from like a very early age, perhaps, and we kind of forget about it. But when we draw our attention to it, that is when, things begin to fall into place, and we realize that we don't need to stick to that same pattern, right? We can feel better, live better, be happier, or choose any kind of life we want just by, fixing some patterns thought patterns and cultivating some new habits, right? Anyways, today I was talking to a friend. Yes, sure. Do you want to say something?
Me? No.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, so today I was talking to today's session is going to be about finance, career. Okay, self care on finance and career. I think this is something really important, and this is something all of us, I mean, many people in the world suffer in. From successful businessmen to people who are struggling, finances, right, or job or businesses or anything that has to do with money, career. These things are so stressful sometimes, right? Because it's always a pressure to pay the bills, right? It's always a pressure to provide for yourself, for others. And if things are tough, there's still a pressure. And if things are not tough, if even if the business is going smoothly, there's still a work deadline, there's still work pressure. So today we are going to talk about self-care related to career, related to money, related to finance. And today we're also going to do a meditation that is going to help us to really calm ourselves and to really focus on what's really important. Because most of the time, what happens is that the society, our cultures, our surrounding has shaped us to believe that we are in a state of lack, in a state of scarcity. And the truth is, we are really not in that state. Okay, when I'll discuss it on it further, you will get to know what I mean and how it's related to today's self-care topic. But before that, I wanted to discuss something really interesting. Okay, today I was talking to another student of mine from my country, and she was saying that she feels really lonely. She's like detached from many people. Her friends and family are away, so she feels really alone and depressed. And I was thinking that during COVID, that's one of the other things many of us picked up. Right, we are disconnected, and although we talk over Zoom, we talk over Facebook and social media, but there is still this feeling of, of isolation. So do you feel that? I mean, even if it's not because of COVID, even if it's before it, do you feel isolated in your life? And if you do, well, let me know in the chat with a 1. If you don't, if you feel like, okay, I'm good, then you can press a 2. Do you feel isolated in life? Do you feel like nobody understands you, or you have a hard time with people? Okay, so Rekha pressed a 1. That means she feels isolated, right? And sometimes, it's not just all the time. Sometimes in certain times in our life, in certain situations, we feel isolated. Like in certain matters, we might feel like my family doesn't understand me, my partner doesn't understand me, my partner doesn't support me. So in certain situations, it may not actually be all, in all things, but in certain situations, we might feel isolated. So Rhonda says that somewhat as things are still unpredictable as it relates to COVID. Yeah, that's true, Rhonda. So what I told her and what I would like to ask you all is that to create support systems. Okay, so support systems could be a group of friends, it could be somewhere around an interest you have. Okay, now tell me please in the comments, what is a hobby you have, or some kind of fascination around which you could create a support system. So for example, I like yoga. So my small support systems could be a group of people with whom I could meet and practice yoga, or people who are really passionate about yoga and with whom I can discuss yoga. Just like that, I can create multiple support systems. Okay, so with another group I can discuss music, with another group I can discuss spirituality, with you all I can discuss about self-care and love and healing. So this is also, while I am conducting this workshop to heal others, to heal all of you. I myself am also getting healed in the process. So all of you are my support system as well, okay? So like that, can you think of multiple communities, multiple support systems you can create for yourself? Yes, so Ron, this says that I do have an art online Zoom class with women I have been in a previous class with. Awesome. Yes, these are the support systems that I'm talking about. Okay. And if you can make multiple of them, that would be even better. I mean, not so much that you cannot handle. And if it's offline, that would be even better. But if it's just online, that's still not bad. So a support system is going to help you feel much more loved, and it's going to be like your sanity. So what happens with our subconscious mind is that sometimes we feel really frustrated, we feel alone, we feel like nobody understands us, and we fall into the pattern of why is this happening with me, why is my life so and so. And when we have multiple support systems, even if we don't communicate with them, during those stressful times, at the back of our mind they are like our anchors. Okay, they're going to be like, at least those people are there. Okay, at least that person is there. And if I feel like sharing, if I feel like, saying something, at least I can just go and turn on my computer, or just go and sit in a bar or sit in a cafe and just pour my heart out. Okay, so sometimes it may not be like that on a deep level. Like if I am friends with people who are in the yoga community, I may not always, feel like discussing my personal life with them. Even then, when I have this group, this community with me, and when I have multiple groups like that, what happens is that it distracts me. So if any time in my life, for example, if I'm going through a work pressure, or if I'm frustrated, what happens is that when I'm surrounded in that gathering, when I sit with them, when I talk to them, for some time I forget everything that is going on in my house, everything that is going on in my career, right? So what happens this way is that, for example, like we were in school, right? We used to have so many friends in school. We used to hang out with them. Some we used to play with, some we used to read books with, some we used to, talk to. And as we grow older, it seems that many people become isolated, right? Become detached because they have more responsibilities, um, because the system, it doesn't really support it sometimes. And also right now, because of restrictions, it seems that, our support systems, our friendships are getting smaller. It's like we are all connected virtually right now over Facebook, over YouTube, over Instagram, but somewhere most people are the most lonely right now, right? Even if we are connected virtually through social media, this is the time when people are, majority of people feel the most lonely. Oh, wow, awesome. Pamela said that my sister, my best friend, and her kids, my dog, my Freedom Connection group. Yes, absolutely. So I would love for you all to think of multiple support systems. So what happens right now, here's the problem, right? For example, suppose you have a very good best friend since school or since college, okay? And at any point of your life, that friend feels a little stressful, okay? Perhaps you guys have some argument. Now, when we have only one support system and we have some kind of tension with that support system, not directly, even if it could be like indirectly as well. For example, she is going through or he is going through some tension and confiding on us and, wanting our support, and we are the caregivers. So if for any reason we feel stressed with one support system, we still have multiple support systems, right? So I would like for you all to think about little groups you can talk to. It could be people in the gym, it could be some Facebook group, some chat group, okay, some WhatsApp group. It could be something that relates to your interest. It could be something that relates to pets. It could be like, dog moms society, dog dad society, or dog parent society, cat parent society. It could be something related to any hobby, fashion, travel, anything. Okay, so I would like for you all to think about certain categories where you can find support system, build communities, small communities for yourself, online or offline. So what are some of your interests? What are some of the things you can build small support systems in, besides the one you already have? It could also be childhood friends and, just getting back with them. It could be sitting at a cafe on your own and then just talking to random strangers. I mean, it could be anything. It could be travel buddies. It could be people you have coffee with over lunch at workplace. So think of ways you can build more communities. You can have more support systems. Okay. Awesome. So, awesome. So Abhishek said maybe his school buddies. Awesome, Abhishek. But think of more, okay? Like think of more communities you could join, like gyms, like any hobby you have, anything that you can extend your network in, okay? Communicate with people in. Because the whole point of it is, to feel less detached in this world post COVID. I hopefully it's post COVID world, and also in this world of technology, right, where we have so many tools and gadgets to connect to each other, and we still feel like isolated, right? So think of more places you can have buddies in, have friends in. um, Pamela said, I want to take dance lessons or dance group, also travel group. Wow, that sounds so cool. I love that. And, I'm also interested in traveling. So, for example, if I take Pamela's example that she wants to take dance lessons, she wants to travel. So, think of the type of moments she's going to create, right? So she's going to be at work, and then her travel friends are going to call her, the future travel friends, and they're going to be like, hey, let's go to that trip. And that's a kind of energy. And then if she takes the dance lessons as well, on another occasion her dance friends will call her, and maybe, if there is some kind of restriction still, they can still have a Zoom session and they can talk to each other. So one person, like for example Pamela, is interacting with so many communities and creating so many experiences, travel experiences, dance experiences. And over like above, she also wrote about her friends, her sister, I think, right, her sister and their family. So have multiple communities. These are going to be your support system, not one or two, because let's not put all our eggs in one basket. I mean, it's not selfish, because just like they are your support system, you are also their support system. So it's an exchange, right? It's an energy exchange. And okay, Reka said book reading club, music club, Zumba club. Wow, that sounds really, really good. And it's also like school, right? Like when we used to go to school, we used to have science club, book club, and so many music club. And that's awesome. And Rhonda says that joining groups related to my career, most stopped due to COVID, and hopefully things are getting better. Yes, Rhonda, we want to keep that energy that things are getting better and things will get better. So I would ask you to think of something you could do at this moment, right? Like within this week, you could perhaps search it over Facebook. For example, I forgot where you're from. So you could search up that area and you could search up your hobby. Like, for example, if you're from Virginia, And if you like cooking, then cooking, comma, Virginia, and just see what comes up. Okay, something, it's like an experiment. And if you like, I remember you like pets. So pet moms or pet parents, Virginia, pet parents, comma, your area. And then see what comes up and then see if you vibe with them or not. It may be that they're not, they don't appeal to you, they're not interesting. But this way, you're going to create many, many support systems, and you may not always need to communicate with them all the time. You may be busy. Even then, once a week, when you sit with them, when you talk to them, perhaps if you talk to them over Zoom, or perhaps if you even get the chance to meet them, maybe not now, maybe later, it's going to be so exciting, right? It's going to be like, oh my God, I am with this group and we are doing this project, or we're going to meet at that place. It's a very different energy and it creates experience. So one of my teacher told us all once, is that it doesn't matter how much money we have. And also in some cases, health is great, but we need to share experiences, we need to create memories with people, right? People makes our life better, because we're all social creatures. And yeah, there are people who are monks and who stay up in a mountain and meditate all day, that's different. But most of us are social creatures, so the more people we are surrounded by, online and offline, the more communities we have, the more support systems we have, so the more better we are going to feel, the better our life is going to be. And we will also need to, like, we will not feel stressed all the time. That itself is an act of healing, is an act of self-care. So I would like for you all to write down 2 words: support system, in the chat. Support system. Yeah, Pamela said that she is learning to speak another language. Yep, that's again like another new world will open up to you, Pamela. Like, it's so interesting, right? Like, if I learn French, I get access to French movies, French literature, French people, French books, French drama. So even learning a language is so awesome. Okay, so please write down the word support system in the chat so that you remember it later. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So when we write down these words later on in life, you're going to remember that, oh yeah, I had once done a session and I remember I must create support systems. So if anytime in life you feel like frustrated, you're like, I have nobody to talk to, or, I feel bored, I feel tired of all this work all the time, then you'll remember that support system. I wrote down that word, and what can I do? I can look for people in my community whom I can vibe with whom I can jam with, right? Okay, so right now I'm going to begin the actual session, which is on finance, which is on money, career, and self-care related to that, okay? So today we're also going to do a guided meditation at the end, and right now we are going to enter the frequency of money. Okay, so right now I would like for you all to tell me, to share with me how you see money. Like, when we think about money, what is the word that comes on your mind, or what is the sentence that comes on your mind? Is money good? Is money bad? When you think about money, what comes on your mind? Awesome. So Rhonda said that freedom, security, and Reka said that money is necessary for living. Okay, awesome. So sometimes many people have a lot of negative belief around money. And today we're going to break all those negativities. And one of the things people stay stressed in most of their life is money. Okay, Pamela said not as important as it used to be. If we look around us, we're going to see that most people are stressed about money most of the time. So it could be because they're not doing well financially, because they are looking for a job, because they want to expand their business, so they're hustling all day, right? We have this hustle, hustle, hustle culture, and we have some strange notions taught by society that time equals to money. Society teaches us that you have to do a 9 to 5 job. Okay, Abhishek said that I think money is kind of a made up thing, more like a mode of transaction. Awesome, yeah, it is. So basically, about money, we many of us have some negative belief in our subconscious mind. And how do we have it? Did your parents or did your friends or did your neighbors or did your teachers ever give you that cliche dialogue, money is the root of all evil? Or perhaps you have read it somewhere in a book or watched it in a TV that money is the root of all evil. Or, don't seek too much money, is greedy. Or people do crimes for money, right? So a lot of people have a lot of negative beliefs associated with money, and these actually act as blocks for them. So what are blocks? It's something like, I'm going to say that, hey, I am going to be a millionaire. Okay, I'm going to announce it to the world that I'm going to be a millionaire. But deep inside, in my mind, in my subconscious mind, I think that no, money is evil. If I think about getting too much money, if I want to be a millionaire, people are going to think I'm greedy. So there are lots of things which society, which we're conditioned to believe in, but these are not actually true. So before we even think about self-care, we first need to heal this relationship we have with money. Now, when we think about career, what comes to your mind? um, what do you think is the word career equal to? Like, what would you say career to be? Is it something you enjoy, your ambition, your career, your profession? Is it something you feel like, I feel really tired of doing a 9 to 5 job? How would you define your career wherever you are in life? Do you want to change your career? Do you want to live a more comfortable life without working so hard? How would you see yourself in terms of your career? Okay. In terms of career, where do you see yourself? Okay. So, so Rekha said that I would like to earn more money and get more freedom. Yes, money is equal to freedom, right? When we have more money, we can travel anywhere, we can do anything we want. Rhonda said that. What if you feel you're okay financially, but others rely on you for their financial existence? Senior family members, I'm back at work to support my family. So, Rhonda, this is something many of us feel because many people like they have their children or their families relying on them, and for this reason, to these people, even to me, money can sometimes feel like a responsibility, almost like a burden, right? That I have to earn, I have this deadline, I have to get this much income, right?
Yes.
Hmm. And Pamela said, I want to retire, but a little stressed about having enough money. So, what happens with money is that we are conditioned to believe that we do not have enough money, or that money is evil, negative beliefs about money that has been taught to us. Like, it's been always there around us, infiltrated our subconscious mind through TV, through books, through people, society. Now, what I want to share with you is the very opposite. Okay, so think about nature. Okay, I would like for you all to just, close your eyes and just relax. Okay, and maybe just, this is not the meditation, by the way, we have another meditation coming up, but this is just to experience this frequency that I'm talking about. So please close your eyes and relax and just take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now I want you to think of nature, to think of green trees, to think of mountains and water and everything that is so beautiful in nature. Okay, think of your happy place, of your favorite place inside trees, forest, jungle. Okay, you can see lots and lots of green trees. They're so gorgeous, they're so beautiful. And there is a fountain, there's a waterfall, there's a river, there's so much water, it's raining. It's so beautiful when it rains, right? I mean, sometimes it can be really, um, it can be a bit of a problem, but rain, there is just so much rain, so many raindrops, so much water. There is so much of so many things. And also, I would like for you to imagine fruit trees, okay? Trees with any kind of fruit, okay? And once you have imagined it all, you can come back, you can open your eyes, and you can write in the chat 1. If you have imagined the fruit trees and the beautiful scenery of nature, okay? So right now, what did we all do? We thought about trees, we thought about water, about rainfall, about so many beautiful, beautiful wonders of nature. And I would like for you all to notice something. Nature never runs out of resources, right? We have been alive, and people, even thousands of years back, they all had the same water, they all had rainfall, they all had fruits. And right now, at this moment, millions of people in the world are having fruits, are cutting down, trees as well. They're having water, but nature never runs out of resources. Okay, nature never runs out of resources. It's so abundant. So this is the frequency of nature. It is more than enough. Okay, so I would like for you all to write in the chat, nature never runs out of resources. Nature never runs out of resources. Nature never runs out of resources. It's always plenty. There is always so much. It's always more than enough. Okay, it's been there thousands of years ago. All the trees, all the water, the rainfall, and even if we drink a lot of water, even if we have hundreds of fruits, even if we have, everything, it keeps on multiplying, right? The fruits, they keep on multiplying. The fruits that we eat right now, they will not run out, right? Somewhere again, they will again grow back. And with season, they keep on coming, and no person in this world is disconnected from this frequency of nature, because we're all living in this world, right? We're all living on planet Earth, and no person is disconnected from this frequency. Now, I would like to ask you a question. You, me, okay, everybody in this world, aren't we a part of nature? Are we a part of nature? Are we a part of this world? We are all children of nature, you can say, or we are all a part of nature, right? So, truth is, we ourselves are nature. Our nature should be like nature. We are always abundant. That is the biggest truth, and most of us have been lied to, right? Or we have been deceived, or perhaps that's a too of a negative word. We have really blindly followed, like we had blind faith in system, and the system teaches us that you have to hustle, hustle, hustle. You have to do a lot of things, and there is always scarcity. There's always competition, right? One person gets promotion, another person doesn't. One person gets a job, another person doesn't, and you have to strive a lot. These are all man-made beliefs, okay? Our frequency, our original frequency, is the frequency of nature, and the frequency of money is actually the frequency of nature, the frequency of time. Everything you can think of is the frequency of nature. So I'm gonna explain how that is true. um, have you ever heard of people like who are really rich, who are really abundant? Okay, it could be in terms of money, it could be in terms of time. You will see that the more they spend, the more they get replenished. Okay, just like nature, the more fruits we have, the more fruits grow back. So these are people whom what should I say? These are people who never run out of resources. Why? Because they are tuned to that frequency of nature, to that frequency of abundance. So what abundance is, it is a state of mind. Sometimes we feel really stressed for time as well. We feel like we don't have enough time. We have to work hard. We have to give time to our family, to work, to this, to that. But the truth is, we also have a lot of time for productive works as well as rest. So, what we are going to do in today's meditation is that we are going to rewire these beliefs. We are going to tune in to the frequency of nature, to our original frequency, so that we don't have to feel stressed about money all the time, so that we don't have to feel stressed about not having enough, because everything is either impossible or everything is possible depending on how we see it. Okay, if we think that we are, as society teaches, money is evil, if we have these blocks with money, if we have these blocks in terms of career, that I cannot do so and so, I'm not good enough, or it's too competitive, my business will not thrive, or there are so many negative beliefs, then we will turn our life to that direction, and things will be difficult, things will be seemingly impossible. But if we believe that nature is abundant, I am nature, I am also abundant, then you're going to see that new opportunities will come in your life, new possibilities, and things will just, it will seem much, much smoother. And you can also use a lot of affirmations for it. It's all over YouTube. Affirmations for money, affirmations for abundance. You can listen to it before going to bed or after waking up for at least 21 days or a month. So what this is going to do is that this is going to rewire the negative beliefs we have, the negative beliefs we have acquired over time, and that's really what keeps us stressed most of the time, right? These negative beliefs that we don't have time, we have to keep on hustling. Because of these negative beliefs, we are always like in a state of stress, or we're always worried. But when we rewire our belief regarding money, regarding abundance, when we use like affirmations or hypnotherapy, when we use these things, you're going to see that it's actually easier. You're going to be finding opportunities after opportunities, and you're going to be seeing, excuse me, you're going to be seeing more and more opportunities everywhere. Just a second. I would like for you all to write down, I am more than enough. I'm a part of nature. I am nature. Therefore, I am more than enough. Not just write it down. Perhaps you can actually say it loudly. I am more than enough. Perhaps you can use the mic or write on the chat. If any of you are comfortable talking, you can also say it using the mic. I am more than enough. Okay, Rekha said it. Awesome. Okay. And the next affirmation is that I have more than enough, right? It's all about belief. When we begin to shift our belief, we begin to shift our experiences. And the third thing is that there is always more than enough. We always have a lot more, but we are made to believe that we don't. But the truth is, we always have more than enough. Awesome. So right now, we're going to do a short guided meditation. And this is going to be a black screen meditation. So if you are sitting, you could do it by sitting, or you could do it lying down, any comfortable position you want, you know. So I'm going to give you some time to settle down. Choose a spot for yourself where you're comfortable, where you can sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. Awesome. I'm going to give some time to everyone. Okay, are you guys ready? I'll put on some music. Awesome. So are you guys ready? If so, let me know with a 1 in the chat. Awesome. So right now we are going to tune in to that frequency of nature, to the frequency of abundance. You can close your eyes and just feel comfortable. Be comfortable in your seating. Can you hear the music? Can you guys hear the music? I think it's a bit too less, right? Okay, let me put on a different music. Can you hear this one? Still a no? Can you hear it? Okay. Yes, but low. Okay. Let me try a different one then. This one seems a bit. Okay. How about this one? Better. Okay, is it better for everyone? Okay. Okay, doesn't matter because we're going to focus on the voice more, okay? So, everyone please close your eyes and imagine a waterfall. In your mind, imagine a waterfall with a lot of water flowing with a lot of energy. Take a deep breath in and keep your focus in your mind on that water. You can breathe out. Right now, I'm going to say affirmations. These affirmations are going to be planted as a seed in your subconscious mind. So, what is going to happen is that you are going to feel more confident, you're going to feel more abundant. And even if you don't find like results immediately, you're going to see that regarding money, you're going to feel less stressed. Regarding your career, regarding your ambitions, your profession, you're going to feel more and more hopeful. So, right now, we're going to start. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. When you breathe out using your mouth, breathe out with force. Okay? Breathe in gently and breathe out with force. Breathe in gently and breathe out with force. As you breathe out, all the stress inside your body, all your tension, all your worries also leave your body with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out with force. Okay, I'll be saying the affirmations, but you will focus on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out with force. I am abundant. I am abundant. I have a lot of freedom. I have a lot of freedom. I always have more than enough. I always have more than enough. Relax, relax, relax. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. There is always more than enough. There is always more than enough. I am abundant in every aspect of my life. I am abundant in every aspect of my life. I have a lot of time freedom. I have a lot of time freedom. I love my life. I love my life. I love my work. I love my work. Anything I wish for, I can achieve it effortlessly. Anything I wish for, I can achieve it effortlessly. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. Good things always happen to me. Good things always happen to me. I have an endless supply of resources. I have an endless supply of resources. The universe is always kind to me. The universe is always kind to me. I accept and receive unexpected prosperity. I accept and receive unexpected prosperity. I'm open to receiving all of life's generous gifts. I am open to receiving all of life's generous gifts. I am capable of overcoming any obstacles that stand in my way. I am capable of overcoming any money or any obstacles that stand in my way. I am wealthy, happy, successful, and prosperous. I am wealthy, happy, successful, and prosperous. So I want you right now, dear one, to imagine the waterfall and just in your mind's eye, in your imagination, think of how beautiful, how plenty the water is. And now I want you to think about your life. Just like there is so much water on that waterfall, and there is a circulation, right? The water falls on the river, and the river again goes back to the water. Anytime you're going to spend money, you're going to do any work, you're going to get replenished, just like nature. You're going to get more of it every time you're going to spend it, okay? From now on, you no longer have to feel stressed about your money, about your career. There is no competition because there is an endless supply of resources from nature. Money is a part of nature. You are a part of nature. And nature is full of resources. So, with one last breath, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out with force. Let's take another breath in and breathe out with force. You can now open your eyes. And let me know in the chat, please, how do you feel after this short meditation? Good, awesome. Okay, Rhonda feels good. Okay, Rika feels great. Awesome. So what this does, and I'm also going to send you the audio of this meditation so that you can listen to it separately, and you can listen to it before going to bed. You can listen to it after waking up. What this does is that it rewires us. It helps us go back to our original frequency, which is the frequency of abundance, where we do not have to stress about time, where we do not have to stress about money. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this session, and I hope this has helped you. Tomorrow's session is going to be really, really important. It's going to be on relationships. Okay, this is one of the sectors that we need the most self-care in, because we are always kind of stressed with all the relationships we have. Sometimes we are the caregivers, sometimes we need the care. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. And don't forget to take care of yourself, okay? Remember the exercise we did yesterday. Have some time for yourself, do some physical activity, block out some time for yourself, and you're going to rock, okay? Thank you so much. Much love to you all. Take care.